Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We are continuing where we left off, starting our trip into the Goblin camp. Their main area at the temple is over there, so we'll head there last. So first we're going to explore this side cave that we've come to. Wow, can barely make that jump. Perception failed. Hey guys, don't run ahead. There's almost certainly traps, but we don't know because we all failed our perception check. Awesome.
Keep a blade close.
Starion, if you would like to break off and move ahead yourself. Oh, you're dead. Maybe I don't want him to go ahead by himself because all of us together will hopefully spot traps.
Watch your back.
Okay. Stay with the team. I think I'm going to have Astarion lead us, though. Because unlike last time we had a situation where we spotted a trap, but when I sent Astarion forward to deal with it, the rest of the party shifted around and it ended up with Varric then stepping on the trap. So if Astarion's in the lead, hopefully if we spot a trap, we can just deal with it. And no one else will run forward. No, we can just keep not spotting traps. Okay, I think there are no other traps over here. Looks like. So yeah, clearly the goblins knew this was a secondary entrance to their camp and they just trapped it like crazy to try and avoid anyone else going that way. Oh,
Traps.
watch out, watch out.
Consider it.
Oh, webs. Is there spider then? That's problematic. I didn't even notice the webs on the ground. Can you get to that one to disarm it?
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
I wonder where this leads because they're continuing to trap this cave. So it's got to lead somewhere different as well where they felt the need to trap it to stop other people getting to it. At least that's how I'm reading things. Just watching them all freak out because of the web. It's fantastic. Alright. Keep an eye out. Okay, that's just saving for the web. Alright, I think we're done with the traps, so Varric, take the lead again.
Well, in it.
Nothing else over there. And this was the log bridge we saw earlier by the bog. It doesn't go anywhere, seriously. So they trap it out of fear that someone would jump from here down to here, probably taking a good amount of fall damage, and then crossing over to get in. Because there's nothing of note over here to explore, and no way to get to any of these locations that I can see. Alright, nothing up there that I would want. Yeah. Seems like just a giant pointless area that I just took tons of damage on. Not tons of damage. A little bit of damage. Okay, I was like, what are all the checks I'm hearing? Still just that web. Alright, so I think up here is where the goblins that attacked us after the drum was rung came from. So they didn't come from the main area. I want to see what all is back here first. Don't need any of that. We'll take your alcohol.
Open up.
Got a couple of blast barrels. Some good potions. Is there anything in the cages? No, but apparently they've sat here long enough that the tree has, I'm gonna say grown into it, but that tree, no, broke. And then somehow shoved into the cages. It's not how that works. Some good supplies. We got quite a bit of camp supplies here. That's not a cave we can go into. Let's see if there's anything up here. I suspect not, but I can see on the map it does head back this way a touch. But no, nothing of note standing out. So what's back here? Okay. Hello?
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
No?
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger, and turned against you. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf, exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the prism, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
You feel energy pulsing from the artifact, lifting the pain from you, pushing the voice away.
Huh.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
Don't give me that look. I don't know what just happened any more than you do. We should keep going.
Nice one, Shadowheart. That thing in your pocket seems powerful as hell.
Yeah. Okay, that was a whole lot that happened all at once. I'm assuming that's the Absolute. A extremely powerful being with authority over the tadpoles and those infected. So they were trying to get control of us and would have succeeded probably if Shadowheart hadn't used that device. They're searching for a prism, which I don't think is Shadowheart's device. Prism usually means like a glass, something to refract light, is how I'm translating it. So, I don't think it's this device. Artifact, whatever they're calling it. But is that why we're generally keeping our minds as opposed to everyone else because we're near Shadowheart who holds an artifact that apparently can push back the Absolute? And so it's nothing to do with us or our tadpoles being unique? Although presumably the rest of our party chilling at camp is still safe. So if it is tied to the artifact, then it means that just occasionally spending time around the artifact is enough to help us keep our mind. Which could still be the case. Anyway, on to these questions. You got some explaining to do first. What is that thing you have? The vision, that voice, what was it? That power, is that what happens to others when we use the parasite on them? Obviously. Seems that trinket's important, keep it close. Yeah. Don't ask questions, just ignore everything, just like, yep, that's pretty cool. I would like an explanation. This sounds more demanding than I'd like. You've got some explaining to do first. What is that thing you have? Sounds very accusatory, which is not what I want it to be. But I would like Shadowheart, if she's willing, to give us, I guess, as much answers about that artifact as she's willing to give.
I don't know. Not exactly. All I know is it's important I get it back to Baldur's Gate. At any cost.
Well, if it's a device that can stop the Absolute... Like, if someone who knew about the artifact and knew how to properly use it, or what it's for, could use it to stop the Absolute, then yeah, that's a very strong reason to get it wherever it needs to go. Because a Shadowheart who knows nothing and just acting on instinct threw it out had that much capability, then someone who actually knows how to properly use it could probably do a lot more. What's in Baldur's Gate? If you don't know what it is, how do you have it? Again, I want to ask both these questions. We'll go with the second one. If you don't know what it is, how do you have it?
Because it was our mission to retrieve it. Me and the others. I'm the only one who made it.
So your secret mission that you gave up your memories for, if I'm understanding how this is connected, was to go find this artifact from wherever it was and then take it to Baldur's Gate. Exactly what did retrieving the artifact entail? You must know something about what that thing is. What did retrieving the artifact entail?
There's nothing more I can tell you. All I remember is that I have to get back to my contact in the city.
Yeah.
A powerful artifact indeed, to have caught the attention of so many. Not least the Absolute itself. The three figures in the vision, the Chosen, are searching for it. With the cultists' aid, it will not be long before they find it. Before they find you. You have evaded them so far, thanks, it seems, to the artifact itself. But how long can such protection last? Shadowheart has made her position clear. She will see that it is taken to its destination. At any cost. And you still do not know what it even is.
Huh. So that implied that the Chosen and others are specifically searching for this artifact, which means this artifact must be the prison. The prism, not prison. The prism that they're searching for. Strange name, but I'll accept it. If that's based on what the narrator was saying. So, sort of central in a larger conflict is that artifact. And we know nothing about it. But it has suddenly taken on a much more serious role. Keep that thing safe, seems we'll need it, or give me the artifact, better if I hold on to it. I don't think... Part of me is like, yeah, I should hold on to it because I'm the leader of this party. But I think Shadowheart's fine holding on to it. She's the one who acquired it. She probably knows more than she's being willing to tell us about how she got it, where it came from, some more about what it is. So I'm willing to let it stay in her care. Because so far she seems to have done a fine job. So yeah, keep it safe. Seems we'll need it.
Trust me. I'll guard it with my life. Let's keep going.
Alright. Out of curiosity, do either of you have anything to say about our meeting with the Absolutes Chosen?
Hey,
No? Nothing? Nope. You are gonna get yourself killed. Just running ahead.
Need something?
I don't know if you're aware, but there are definitely traps around. Okay, so this leads to a new area. The Mountain Pass.
What's that?
I don't want to leave the area we're in yet. Who is hiding fruit and vegetables in a chest and then burying it? Why? Okay, so we've got... This is our path to the Mountain Pass. I thought that the Githyanki Kresh near the Mountain Pass in the northwest. Okay, so this is not the Mountain Pass. I mean, I suppose you could argue that's near the Mountain Pass, depending on how you count near. Seems pretty far to me. But okay, that is this direction explored. Now on to the Goblin Camp, where we hope we have a better chance of success than we had for like a peaceful interaction than we had with the guards guarding the starting pathway. The gate. It's not a gate. You know what I'm talking about. Because this could end up being another fight to fight my way through their whole camp, but I'm hoping not. I guess first we will take this side path. Another beehive. We will take the honeycomb. I don't need your bones. Alright, this is taking me somewhere. But it might just be taking me where I've already been. Yeah, that will take me... Can't move my map. There we go. That'll take me to here, which is where I've already been, so we don't need to go that way. Sounds like a party, though. Okay, we can see some goblins. It's speak rather than attack. Good, that is a great sign.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard.
Hey, Volo. Rat the trader. We've got a trader here. We got a bunch of stuff to trade.
Like you got something jingling in your pocket. Looking to spend it?
I'm looking to take your money. Hopefully through trade, but also possibly through force. Quite the trove. How'd you get your hands on all this? I mean, the goblins. It's a dumb question, but we'll ask it.
Nicked him off the dead, didn't I?
Yep. Let's see what you have. So if we look at ourselves, sort by weight as always. Let's sell our heaviest stuff first. I don't know why I'm still keeping that statue. Mostly because it amuses me, because we have a Shar worshipper with us. I could sell this heavy stone. Since I don't know why I'm still carrying the heavy stone, you can have heavy stone with the word nutbuster. You can have that too. Oil lamp, we don't need, it's not magical. Rotten eggs, I don't want. Rotten mushrooms, I don't want. Random bone. To sell all of our random crap that I accidentally picked up. Okay, now we're getting down to various jewelry and whatnot. It's fairly lightweight. So, Shadowheart, or not, Karlach, you've got tons of heavy stuff. I don't think rope is actually used for anything. We'll keep one, just in case. Keep the magical stuff. Alright, he's starting to get low on money. Which is fine. Okay, you do have your own shovel, so I don't need to carry mine. I would rather Karlach carry the shovel. Oh, friend. That's not just a normal skull. So we will keep it. Oh, I guess the rock with Nutbuster on it was also a special item we got in the same location. It's fine. What else? Warhammer. Oh, you are now out of money. Anything you have that I would want to buy. Homing weapon. This weapon will return to its owner when thrown. So it's a +1. Usually they call that returning. Not homing. It's a returning pike, yeah. But usually the magical ability of it is called returning. I could buy more camp supplies. 288 each, or 288 for the stack of 3. I don't know. Hide armor +2. So we're starting to find +2 items. Doomhammer, Edge of Terror. Each strike fills the target with a chilling dread that prevents it from regaining hit points. Great Club +1. Great Sword +1. Longbow +1. War Pick +1. Boots of Aid and Comfort. When the wearer heals a target, it gains an additional 3 temporary hit points. That's not bad. And Shadowheart doesn't have any boots, or magical boots at the moment. Yes. Jump distance increased by 5 feet. Meh. Gloves of Archery. You gain proficiency with longbows and shortbows. In addition, your ranged weapon attacks deal an additional 2 damage. What do you have? On hit with a weapon attack, possibly inflict a -1d4 penalty to the target's attack rolls and saving throws. I wish I knew more about the possibly. Like, what the percentage on that is. Was giving him 2 more damage on ranged attacks. Sounds useful. Alright, let's continue selling stuff. Keep the Whispering Mask. We'll keep Shadowheart's Circlet. Just because. Common Underground Crystal. I think that's something... No. That's not alchemy. That's just trade goods. Okay, we've basically taken all of his money at this point. Yeah. Alright, I'm fairly good with where we're at. Nope, forgot that Karlach also has various books. Okay. So what else do I want to buy? I can buy your healing potions. You only have greater. You don't have... No, you have normal as well. 120 gold each? Ew. Hang on. No, that's got to be for the full stack, because this is showing 76. Whatever, I have 3,000 gold. So I probably shouldn't be too fussy. Let's just buy all of everything that I want. Buy your tomato. And then buy all of these. And then we'll just sell the rest of our books. I think that's basically everything. Yeah. Cool. I'm good with that. We have about the same money we had, but now we've got some cooler items. Thank you, Grat the Trader.
Keep moving. I've got other customers.
Do you? Alright. So if we go to Shadowheart... No. Who did I buy the gloves for? Boots, not gloves. Thought I bought them on Shadowheart. Nope, they gave them to me. There we go. So now we'll get temporary hit points whenever she heals us. Do we want to interact with Volo at the moment? Who has names? All of you have names. I don't know if I want to talk to all of you. Hey, Owlbear Cub. Yeah, I knew we'd find the Owlbear Cub here, which is why we left it alive. Alright, let's talk to Volo.
His troops will disarm you and roar you with fragulous crown and with scepter abraid. Draw Ragslin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblet kind had reduced them to cowering filfhenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had led you glide.
I think you made up some of those words. Give me your rapt attention. Fragulous? Glide? I don't know this language. Yeah. Bravo, boo, get off the stage. He's clearly in a bad spot. I don't want to make his time worse, as funny as it would be. You need to make up words for the rhyme to work? Hey, that's what good rhymers have done through the ages. Give him our rapt attention.
You! Move on!
Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I? Huh?
Wait a tick! That a friend of yours?
Oh, certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying.
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin. I am draw Ragslin. Tumptuous, draw Ragslin.
Wow, this is terrible.
You broke him!
Sorry.
Wait, wait. Draw Ragslin, we play, we...
Come on, pigeon! Back to your cage!
Now, look what you've done.
I would say you did all that. Like, I was just here.
My name's Gribbo, idiot!
Right, yes. Not fool me. chasing this thing.
Well, sorry, Volo.
Is it even a bird?
Oh. Harsh. We're gonna talk to the owlbear cub, which means I'm gonna drink one of my potions of animal speaking. Animal. There we go. Hello, friend.
Well now.
Hey.
You look like a tough un, but have you got smarts, skills, guts?
All that and more. I can handle myself just fine. You have a point. Why don't you just get to it? All that and more. I've got skills, smarts, and guts.
And you're gonna need it, mate. This ain't your standard dungeon dive, right? This is chicken chasing.
Is that a Fable reference? Sounds like a Fable reference. Well, for starters, that's no chicken. It's an owlbear. Chicken chasing what? I have better things to do than chase poultry. Yeah, that's not a chicken, it's an owlbear.
It's got feathers, don't it? A beak. Besides, I reckon it owes us, seeing as how it just ate our last chicken. Reckon it owes us a game. You want to hear the rules or not?
Sure. Could be fun. What's chicken chasing exactly? I have better things to do than chase poultry. Does an owlbear count as poultry? I mean, maybe? I suppose? But yes, what is chicken chasing?
Only the greatest game since eggs sprouted legs, mate. You just gotta chase the chicken round the course and through the posts. But that ain't all. Gotta do it quick and alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Sound easy? It ain't. Better contenders than you have been bested by the bird.
So we're running through a path as quickly as we can, apparently, while being chased by an owlbear. I think I understand what, like, sounds weird, but I think I get what she's talking about. Seems easy enough. Sounds fun, count me in. This is cruel, I won't be part of it. Could I send an Astarion instead of me? He already moves faster, and he gets extra dashes, and he can dash his bonus actions, and just in every way, he's a better choice. But yes, seems easy enough.
Fancy yourself, do you? Care to pin that claim down with some coin?
30 coin on a bet. I don't understand what's going on enough to be wanting to make a real wager of 300, but 30 is nothing in our pot of money, so sure. I'll bet 30 coin.
We got the coin. We got the challenger. Now we just need the crowd.
I have no idea what's going on here. Can I talk to you, owlbear? I took my potion of animal speak. I feel like if I step in there, it's going to start.
Go on, getting close to the beast. If he bites, just bite him back.
Okay, so I can go in there.
Hurt me. Run. Where?
Persuasion. The goblins are responsible for your pain. Kill them. Huh. Because I could get the owlbear cub potentially to attack the goblins. But if I do, then they're going to fight back. And I don't want them to kill it. So would that force me to start having to kill the goblins to protect the owlbear cub? Unsure. Gonna do it. We'll see how it plays out. There's a lot that I don't know how all the various interactions play out together, but yeah, goblins are responsible for your pain. Certainly not me. Okay, and Shadowheart can't cast on us at the moment, which is a shame. Ugh, no, not quite enough. 14 out of 15. Roll again. Roll better this time. That is worse, in fact. How much inspiration do I want to put on this roll? Probably not a lot.
No. Hurt. Run.
So do I just run? I don't actually know what I'm trying to do here.
Getting close to the beast. If he bites. Chase that thing!
Or does it just survive?
Go! Bite! Bite!
I have a camp. You're welcome there.
New home? Maybe. Got to get away from here first.
Yeah.
The cub seems anxious to leave, but afraid to defy the goblins. They have to be dealt with one way or the other.
That will happen. So, oh, and that used up most of our turns. I don't know.
That's the game done. Come here.
What was the game even about? It didn't attack me, I didn't attack it. I thought it was chasing me. It didn't chase me.
That's the game done. Come here. Oof. Hard luck, mate. Told you it weren't as easy as it looked.
Was I supposed to be chasing it? Although I got up to... Did they want me to attack it and kill it? I am unsure of what this game was, if I'm being perfectly honest. But it sounds like I lost. Which I guess is fair since I didn't know the rules. Sure. I'm leaving and the owlbear's coming with me.
Is you now? Reckon I feel differently. Reckon the lads will too.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Interesting. So again, we could use our Lithid Wisdom, which I still keep not doing. But this might be a fun time to actually try it out. I don't care what you're thinking, I'm not asking. Or I don't care what you think, I'm not asking. We could Intimidate. You love this game enough to die over it? Persuasion. I'd be doing you a favor. Keeping such a large beast fed isn't easy. I wish I could see the DCs. I'm saying I want to buy it. I really don't want to buy it. I just want them to give it to me. Or use the Lithid Wisdom. I'm going to try it. We haven't done it. And I really want this owlbear cub. So, yeah. I don't care what you think. I'm not asking. DC 2. And we have a +1 because of our forbidden knowledge that we gained from the Necromancy of Thay. Fantastic. Well, how about that? We succeeded. The dice don't like me today, apparently.
You're a true soul.
Of course.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
Ah, that's probably not good.
Beg pardon. Please, take it. A gift. Reckon it's too fat to run anyway.
Yeah. So you're my friend now.
Poor creature. I hope it can follow my scent to camp.
Where are you going? Okay, it looks like it just teleported out of existence. presumably to my camp through that blocked off hole. Alright. We got us an owlbear cub, assuming it can find its way to my camp. So there are things we can do to reduce the number of goblins here, but I don't think there are ways we can do so safely. Like if we screw things up, it'll start the fight. And I'd rather get in to fight the leaders of this place before we waste all of our, you know, spells and whatnot. I'm gonna read this. We've got some goblin poetry, and that certainly has to be read. But yeah, like their booze tub, I think we can pour poison in it. I once met a wizard in Tamar who went and corrected me grammar. He said I can't cast no spell till I enunciate well, so I beat him to death with a hammer. What we got here, boys? Ha! Book of poems, he says. Ruby roll, more like. You know how poems make you feel stuff? Well, this one time I was dreaming about this ogre, right? And he was huge, ran straight at me, and I gave him the biggest kick to the nadgers. Woke up smiling, I did. Is that a poem, or no? No. You could have formatted that into a poem, but as was, no. It is not a poem. Guard Gurgeon, slightly drunk. Let's check this out. I don't think I want to do it because I think we can get caught poisoning them. Or at least when they all fall over dead. It could start a fight.
Hey, are you trying to slip or something?
Of course not, I was just checking out the booze.
But you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
A lethal poison, enough to take the lot of you down. Just a drop of fire wine, it'll give the brew a real kick. I'll slip a knife between your ribs if you don't piss off. Or detect thoughts, read their mind. Deception. No, just wanted to add some fire wine. Make it a little bit better. Why would you think otherwise? Why is Shadowheart not giving me guidance?
yeah, that's an idea. Should have thought of that myself.
You should have. Oh, I'm separated from my party. That's why. They probably did it during the chicken chasing. Well, that could have turned out poorly.
Statue of Seluna. This ruin must have been dedicated to her.
Yeah, that's what we were told earlier.
For some filthy goblins. A fitting end.
Ah. Just her casual dislike of Seluna is a bit crazy. Hey there, guard.
No go inside. Inside boring.
Are you telling me I can't go inside or that you don't want to go inside?
Bloody racket.
Okay, I can totally go inside.
Come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Oi, so much fun. Oi, ain't no party in here. We're doing the Absolute's work. State your business, now.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response.
So
Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
we could have used our illithid power in a lot of areas here. Deception. I've got an audience with the one in charge. Intimidation. You don't need to know about my business. Move. Detect thoughts. I really want to know the thoughts, but I think it turns out badly if you fail it. I have a -1. They seem ready to attack me, the one to strike first. No. We'll try detecting thoughts. DC is only 9. We've got a +0 to 3. Our chances are decent. Hey, the dice didn't hate me. Yeah, what's going on here?
Can't be here to see the true souls. Those types don't even bother to wait.
I'm here to see the true souls. Do you want to keep them waiting? Fantastic.
Well, I didn't say that. But you'll need to be more specific, mate. Absolute's blessed us with 3. You here to see Priestess Gut, Boss Ragslin, or the Drow?
All 3. So that I can slip a knife in their belly. I mean... Ragslin, Priestess Gut, or the Drow. Ragslin is the boss. So, I don't know... I think we want to deal with him last. We saw the Drow in the cutscene very early on, and she seemed to be sort of a military leader type, is how I viewed her. She was surrounded by a bunch of goblins that looked like they were part of their... I don't know, maybe all goblins are warrior types, so maybe she was just amongst them, just as a warrior. I guess let's see the priestess.
Do you now? Might feel different once she puts a burning brand to ya. She's through the main doors. Just follow the smell of burnt goblin arse. Bloody racket.
Seluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
Not your usual haunt, I take it? You don't have to tell me twice. Not your usual haunt, I see.
Quite
I take
the
it.
Understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
I mean, obviously you're a cleric of Shar, but you are very anti-Seluna. Again, they all have names. That is mind-boggling. I was just expecting them to be, you know, generic guards. I could talk to all of them, but there's just too many of them. True Soul Gut.
Makes my stomach turn.
So she's the priestess. Level 4. All these goblins are all level 1s and level 2s. Bunch of devouts. Let's look at the map. So Volo is here. Where would Halsin be? I would think he would be in here as well. So we'll want to rescue Volo at some point. Question is, can I sneak over to Volo and rescue him without getting them all to fight me? Or should I... Whoa, camera. Should I start dealing with the goblins and then rescue Volo later? I'm hoping there's not an order that I have to follow that will result in him dying if I do it wrong. Alright, True Soul Gut.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
Why should I let you brand me? I assume this mark has a purpose. I'm not letting you burn me for life on a whim. I'm here to spill your guts across the floor. No, attacking her here in the middle of their temple is going to turn out poorly. Why should I let you brand me?
Let's the faithful recognize one another quick sharp. That way nobody'll mess with ya. And it's charged with magic. Ordinary slobs can't see it. Only us that follow the Absolute. You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting.
Huh. I mean, I am resistant to fire, but this apparently is magical. I don't really want to be branded. So I'd rather not go through with this.
Maybe you don't need it. After all, you're special, ain't you? Like me.
Yeah.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again.
So I think I finally pieced together the brands and everything. Obviously, the brand we see on everyone's face is the brand they're talking about here. And it doesn't mean that they have a tadpole. True souls have the tadpole. The brand are just people who follow the Absolute and have become branded as followers of the Absolute, I think. But it also apparently weakens their will where they have to obey a true soul. Because I can't use my tadpole to just control anyone. So the brand, I assume, given that it's magical, is helping with that. Let's try and push deeper into her mind.
Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there, digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
Weird shadows in my head. Does she not recognize that we have Mind Flayer tadpoles? I suppose not, since they seem pretty solid on their belief that they're following an Absolute. But I don't know how you could gain a Mind Flayer tadpole without being aware of it. But if she's claiming that she can help us with whatever's in our head... Yeah, do you think you can fix whatever's causing those shadows? There's a creature inside my head, can you help with that? Any help would be appreciated, I need a healer. Can we talk privately? Privately means we could get her alone maybe, and kill her. This is a sensitive matter, and it's also a sensible thing to ask when we're trying to talk about our parasite. So, yeah, can we talk privately? It's a sensitive matter.
Of course. Don't want this rabble interfering with true soul business. Let's go to my chapel.
Of course.
Oi! Priestess! We want to mark.
Why do they think they're talking to a god?
Aren't we good enough for the Absolute?
No interest in chatting to the Absolute myself. I've got enough going on up here.
Yeah, that is the question of why do they think they're talking to a god if they've got a tadpole? But I don't know that we're going to find the answer to that. Did you just close the door on me after telling me to go in?
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting around.
Let's close the door. Toss down a save just to make sure nothing goes too poorly.
Ready to clear your head?
Yes, I'm ready. What exactly are you going to do? Change the plan. I'm going to kill you. What exactly are you going to do?
Whatever the Absolute tells me to. Don't worry. She loves you. I can tell.
Huh. What would the Absolute tell her to do for us? Hopefully not kill us. I really want to see. But I also want to kill her. We just saved. I want to see how this plays out. If it goes too poorly, we could always reload. But I want to at least see where it's going. Alright, I'm ready.
Don't want a crowd of gawpers. Everybody else needs to leave.
Oh, that's less good.
Well, well, well.
let's... Because attacking it right there with the door closed is probably what I should do. Astarion, get out of the door.
What is it?
Still alive. So that's progress.
How does this play out?
Clear your head.
Sure.
Smart.
I got the disapproval twice.
Open yourself to the absolute. And I'll do the rest.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind like a pickpocket's fingers seeking flaws in fabric.
So she's intentionally trying to read our mind. I'm gonna just attack right now. Let's allow it.
Sifting deeper, she sees the mind flayer holding a wriggling tadpole to your eye. And then the vision lurches, and you are looking through her eyes as a tadpole squirms into her skull.
Helps! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain.
And get it out of me. I still have my senses. I'll find another way to deal with it. Pretty sure one of those parasites is squirming in your head too. I've heard enough time to die. Yeah, you have a parasite too.
No. It's messing with your brain. You're seeing things, probably hearing voices too, yeah?
Do you have a way to get it out of me?
Don't you worry. I've got everything I need to fix you. Might get a bit messy, though.
I'm less thrilled with that plan. What exactly does your plan involve?
It involves you putting your trust in the absolute. Simple.
Yeah. No. Like, I was willing to go along with this for a bit. But no. Give me a little time to prepare.
Time's the one thing you don't have. We gotta get this thing out now.
I don't know. I don't want to start the fight with my party out of the room. She's a level 4, I think, is what I recall looking at. So, stand aside, I'm leaving. Just do what you have to get rid of it. Feels like it's going to do something long-term bad for me. So, yeah, I'm leaving.
I guess we're doing this the hard way, then.
Oh.
Sweet dreams.
Okay. Sure. Good night.
Wakey, wakey. Don't bother struggling. You ain't going nowhere. The Absolute wants to know all about that critter in your head. So start talking.
Huh. Okay. I was abducted and Mind Flayer infected me with this thing. You're out of luck. I don't know any more about it than you do. I'll make you pay for this, goblin. I was abducted. A Mind Flayer infected me with this thing. We'll just be honest.
I know that much. I saw the whole horrible story in your memories. And I know what happens next. Your teeth fall out, your skin rips off, and you turn into one of them.
But why have you not? Why do we know that the Absolute is just another name for... Like, you guys being true souls is because of your parasite, but you don't know that. Why do we know that? But clearly you're not turning into a Mind Flayer within a couple of days either, so you also have a specialized parasite. So what makes us all different? And is it just Shadow Heart's artifact. Then stop this, heal me. No, I'm not going to let that happen. You're infected. The same thing will happen to you. You won't live to see it, trust me. Yeah, heal me. If you can heal me, go for it.
Stop it! Why would I want to do that? I'm gonna keep you here so I can see every gory detail and hear every whimper and scream.
If I do transform, you'll be my first meal.
Not likely. You're forgetting one thing. I've got the Absolute to protect me. But you're on your own. Nothing more than a skin suit for that monster inside you. You're gonna be my new pet. A ferocious squiddy. All for myself.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points.
Yeah. Neither of these is gonna work well. Dislocate your wrist and wriggle free? Ugh. Or strength, tense your muscles, straining against the chains. The chance of our sorcerer being able to break through steel chains or metal chains of some variety is effectively 0. And dislocating our wrist to try and get free also, ugh, no. I'm gonna preserve my strength and hope for better options later.
Open your papers, freak. It's time.
Time for what?
You should be sprouting tentacles by now. But you're still the same kind of ugly you always was. Disappointing not to have my own squiddy. But your giblets will make for a tasty supper.
Hello. Who are you? And thank you.
Sorry. I may have left that a little late. No lasting damage, I hope?
Corilla, who are you? Still breathing at least, thank you. Who are you? Could you get me out of these chains? Who are you?
Corilla Heartflame. At your service. You made quite an impression on my master. He sends his regards.
Okay. My first thought was, are you possibly one of the 3 chosen of the Absolute? Trying to remember because they gave vague information about each one. There was a woman in the group, but I think it was pale hair, pale skin, so not her. My next guess is that Corilla, works for Raphael, maybe? Which means that if so, we're further indebted to Raphael, which is bad. Your master, who might that be?
The Honorable Raphael.
Called it, okay.
He's terribly excited about you and your At this point, you're more interesting alive than dead. So here I am, your savior in times of need.
Okay, she's reasonably powerful.
Be a little more careful. That skin's valuable, and we won't always be watching.
I'm mostly just disappointed that the other 3 members of my party didn't get me out of here in the time that we were here. So gut fell to a lethal blow. So I can't see anything about who she was. Well, we'll take your key and your potion of sleep. Rancid note. That Slobberchop's druid, who was nosing around, ain't just some tomb-robbing venture type. Calls himself Halcyon. Ugly name for an ugly bastard. I had a little word or two with him before the Lashers put his hairy arse in the pens. Said he thinks there's something rotten inside us. Inside me. Reckons he can help get rid of the rot. I told him we don't need any help from nobody. Never did. And especially not now the Absolute's taken a shine to us. I says there'll be something rotten inside him soon enough. There's a lot of rancid meat down in the pens, and when we cut him open, I'll make sure he stays alive long enough for the maggots to make a nest of him. Gross. Healing potion, burning hands, another key. Absolute's warboard. If the wielder bears the Absolute's brand, they gain +1 bonus to saving throws, which we don't. Absolute's talisman. If the wearer bears the Absolute's brand, they have advantage on death saving throws. Yeah, I just really didn't want to have the Absolute's brand permanently on us. That seemed like a bad call. Wait, you've left various magical scrolls in the cell of a prisoner? I mean, granted I was chained up, but dude.
Let's have a look.
That's a choice.
Should mind my stab.
Yeah. Why did you guys not try and rescue me in... I don't know how long I've been stuck here, but it felt like ages. I'll take the hold person. I don't need the tongs. I'll take the poison. Now, where am I? Okay, you're the bodyguard of the priestess. Probably lost a bunch of XP that we should have gotten for killing the bodyguard and priestess gut, which is a bit of a shame.
Who the hell does she serve?
Raphael. We've covered that. So I'm clearly in priestess gut's room. So we've read Death and Resurrection. The Realm According to Bumpo. Have we read you? The book naturally follows to a dogged page in which Bumpo describes the more unusual races he's met. Yes, we've read this. And both books were dogged at the exact same page, which is kind of crazy. True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrux Morrow. We've read, I think, a couple of these. Let's see. Yeah, we've read that one as well. Pleasure Will Deal, The Shocking Truth. I think we've read that as well. Yes. Disorders of the Nerves and Mind, a treatise. That doesn't sound familiar. There came to me a woman, who I shall henceforth call R, greatly distraught at the unusual tempers of her husband, whom I shall henceforth call B. 3 months prior, he'd suffered night sweats, crying out from sleep that he bore the mark of chaos. 2 months prior, he'd taken to calling himself by the name Sarevok. 1 month ago, he'd speak of little else but the throne for which he is destined. I attended to B at the couple's farmhouse. He sat calmly at the table, an unknown book clutched to his chest. I detected no curse nor loathsome spirit upon him, nor the presence of magic. Yet, upon shining the light of the candle flame upon him, he raised the book high and exclaimed, The deaths they bring shall awaken the Father, and through them he will rise. I snatched the book from his hand, and flung it into the hearth, where it burned, not in red or yellow flame, but pure black. It left but a single scrap, reading, He foresaw his coming death, and seeded his essence across the land. B shivered and sighed, as if waking from a nightmare. He had no memory of the book, nor the words he had spoken. Diagnosis: unspecified neurotic enthrallment. Treatment: herbal tincture of garlic and drace, sip thrice daily until exhaustion lifts. So, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which I never played, but my understanding of them, they followed the Baal's descendants, I think. So our main character was a descendant of Baal. From what I understand, like, all the descendants of Baal effectively are destined to fight each other to the death. And then the last one, I don't know, becomes the new Baal or something. I don't really know what that happens. But I think that's what they're talking about. Sarevok also sounds familiar, but I can't place it. But he foresaw his coming death and seeded his essence across the land. I think that's referring to Baal, one of the gods of death. Oral Histories of Faerun, Gith, and Mind Flayers. We read that one. Scroll of Melf's Acid Arrow. I will gladly take that. Got a path up here. Going somewhere. Maybe we'll check out this stuff first. Before we go up there. Fringe Philosophy Volume 5. The publisher's note claims this volume promotes magical theory too radical for mainstream. This excerpt is attributed to High Artificer Thora Bryn of Baldur's Gate. I think I've read this. Yes, about examining Nethril even if it destroys the world. Hard to keep track of everything I've read. You've got another copy of the same pleasurable deal. True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebric's Morrow, Volume 4. Again, we've read a couple of these. We've read that portion. It's quite a feeling to fall forever. Of course, fall does not exactly describe it, nor indeed does fly. Each patch of sky in the elemental plane of air is bound by no laws but its own, rendering petty attempts at direction or definition meaningless. It is exactly this ferocious freedom that makes a plunge through the eternal blue the only way I've learned to truly relax. You seem distracted, observed Erulez, shouting to be heard over the howling wind. That the goblin could so easily pierce my inscrutable facade was no surprise to me, for she is a sage of considerable wisdom and a lifelong friend to boot. I am, I acknowledged, expertly adjusting my posture to avoid a drifting Aarakocra nest. Lord Primus was forewarned of my contract to infiltrate his mind palace. I had to leave my entire crew on Mechanus just to escape alive. I could sense her frown beneath the bleached bone skull that eternally obscured her face. It was an affectation of her monastic order, and just one of the many things I had never truly understood about her. All perished. Surely the traitor was among them. Perished? Oh no, I traded them. Lord Primus wished to study mortal mannerisms, and he was most forthcoming with the identity of my betrayer in return. I reached across the divide and slipped from her finger the ring of command. With the loss of the magical item, she instantly ceased to fly, and began to fall in earnest. A subtle distinction, but an important one. Her screams were already lost to the whipping wind by the time new bride loomed into view. I climbed aboard, weighing the ring in my palm. Its exact twin was nestled upon my own finger, forged in Erulez many moons ago as a symbol of our undying friendship. Worry not, dear reader, she is my friend still, and it is fully my intention to return and catch her. Someday. And then, oral histories, Gith and Mind Flayers. Okay. We are actually getting pretty late on this time for this episode, so I might actually stop here and we do the rest of the ransacking of Priestess Gut's room before we figure out how this connects to the rest of the temple and how to get back to our companions. Because, yeah. But anyway, we're going to stop here, and I will see you guys next time.